Hello everybody, welcome to Coastal Crafts.
Hello and welcome to Coastal Crafts. So I'm coming on today because I showed this Once Upon a Twilight little book of perfect background stamping pad that I picked up in my video yesterday, and someone in the comments said they didn't really know what to do with the little books but they liked them. I have a whole load of little books and I was going to show you what I did with one of them, and you can basically see it here. Sorry about all the reflections, it is very reflection-y, and I'm going to take it apart and show you like how it's made up. But it's a little, I guess, shadow box, and if I'm reflected in this and you can see me in my dressing gown, I apologise. We had some friends over and had a barbecue last night, and I'm having a very lazy morning as a result. So yes, it's this is a little shadow box. It's going to sit in my craft room because I love Alice in Wonderland. So it's Alice there looking up at, this is what happens when I have some wine. What's the cat called? Why is the cat called? It's not called Bailey, that's my cat. The Cheshire Cat. Looking up at the Cheshire Cat. And I think this is really cute. I made it, so my opinions are obviously biased. But what I like about these books is, I said when I hauled it, I think that you can decoupage them. So it's 3D. It's harder to tell just like that. So before I take that apart and show you, I'll just show you the bits and pieces that I hauled before. So this is the book that I was talking about, and I took from this page, and you see I've got one of them left. You get 4 of each design in the book, which makes it perfect for this. I've got one left, so I could use that for something else. You get 4 of each of them. And I'm going to sneeze, but I have just taken my allergy tablets. But we are in we're in hay fever season. And also in this I have used one of the acetate sheets, not this one, but they are lovely and thick. I used 2 acetate sheets actually, I think, in this. So that's some of the bits that are used. It's fairly straightforward because it's just the patterned acetate sheets and the book, and a frame that came from, I believe it came from Hobbycraft, because they quite often sell these shadow boxes off. If it didn't come from Hobbycraft, then it will have come from the range. So in these little shadow boxes you get the little bit that gives it a bit of dimension, and then you get a mount. So the mount was white, I painted the mount black, and then I have stuck 2 sheets of the acetate on. So to make that make a bit more sense, let's find, you would have thought I would have got this out beforehand, but as I say, I feel a little bit tired today. And because I had quite a busy week at school last week with taking the kids away, and we're in the middle of play season and things, we actually haven't got that much planning to do today. So here, so the sheets come in these A4 sheets, which is obviously too big for that. So you can see how I cut out 2 bits, and they didn't have to be perfect cutting because you're not going to see them behind the mounts. And then I overlaid them like that, so I had the background, and that explains that bit. So yeah, painted them out black, and I did consider whether to paint the whole frame black, but I thought I would leave it at white, as I have another black frame in my craft room, and I thought it might be too much black. But you can see it's cute. So that adds the first layer. So that one doesn't look like much from the back. You can see how messy it is from the back, but you don't see that. So that one goes in, then in goes my little wooden box, and then this is a bit using the bit I was going to show you. So yes, the frame is bigger than the stamping pad. Well, you can see some of the white bits there, but I just stuck it on a black background and it didn't seem to matter. So as you can see, all I've done is cut out bits of the tree, and I didn't even do all of it to give it different layers. So this one's been done 1 layer and then done an extra bit of layer there, an extra bit of layer for the cat. She's had 2 layers as well, so her dress sticks up a bit. Got the bunny's 1 layer, and that tree's got 2 layers. So a bit of cutting out, and then I used the die because it was going to be impossible to cut the grass out from the pictures. So I used a grassy background, which I think is like a lawn fawn one or something like that, to add some grass. So you can see it's so pretty. That's Alice, and we love Alice. And of course they're popped up using these foam dots, which you can see there, but I think that blends into the background once you get the cover on. But I did on some of them, I did colour some of the white bits in with black Sharpie to make them less noticeable. Yes, you can buy black foam pads. I don't own any though. But maybe I will at some point. And then just stick the bit back on and push the little bits down. Doop, doop, doop. And there we go. I think it's pretty. Yeah, you can see the bit white, the white bits were showing is covered by the outer layer of acetate, so it just has that dimension to it. Yeah, and sorry it's very glimmery, reflectivey, so glary, but I can't do much about that because it's got glass at the front. But just wanted to come on and show you in case you were wondering, and that's me rubbing my eye now because it hurts, what you can do with these books. That's just what I do. I mean, there's a million different things you could do, I'm sure. That just so happens to be what I choose to do with them and why I like buying them, and why I'm looking forward to doing some more things similar to that, probably. Let me think about it. Yes, I hope you're having a lovely weekend. I've been asked to judge the fancy dress costume at the Village Fete, which is happening just behind my back garden here, which is not going to be easy because you can imagine the fancy dress competition that you're going to get people who've just been to Asda and just bought like a Spider-Man costume, and then people have gone to Tesco and bought like a Batman costume, and I've somehow got to decide which child is better dressed. So I'm hoping there's going to be some homemade fancy dress costumes to make it a bit easier for me to make my mind up on that. But there we go, that's what I'm up to today, as well as hopefully popping over to see some family and having some food. Just in terms of Inktense pencil update, I found where I put them. I did a bit of colouring. This gorgeous stamp, was it Michelle Dobby? Did you give me this one? It's beautiful anyway. So I haven't played with my Inktense pencils in ages, so I had a little play around. It's pretty, isn't it? I'm really into fairies and stuff at the moment. I will be back shortly as I am in the process of making some nautical themed projects, and when I am part way or finished I will show you and what I've got. But speak to you soon, bye.